We're getting to Game 7.
And the theme continues that the home team cannot win a game at home, but we are getting quite the rivalry here. You can feel the heat kind of bleeding over from Game 5 into Game 6, and it was Adolis Garcia who got his revenge here tonight. What did the Rangers do so well to take it to a Game 7?
Well, I'll tell you what they did. To everybody that's seen Game of Thrones, what do we say to the god of death? Not today. The show rolls on. We're getting to Game 7. This team, the Rangers, had all of the pressure on them today. Why did they have all the pressure? Not just besides this game being win or go home. That was pretty obvious. But they blew a 2-0 lead in this series. They blew a Game 5 that they had in their hands. They blew it late with the Altuve homer and the Garcia drama. We had all of that in Game 5. But they had the last game of being in Arlington in their hands, and they blew it. They lost it. And they couldn't get back the momentum. So they had all the pressure coming in here with their backs against the wall. Look, this fan base, it's a tortured fan base. That's why they have all this pressure on them. What team is going to be able to come through for the Texas Rangers? They've never won a World Series in their history. And they had a 35-year drought of not making the playoffs. They had a World Series in their grasp, back-to-back innings, down to one strike to win the World Series, and they couldn't do it. Back-to-back years losing in the World Series. They couldn't do it. It just feels like nothing ever goes right for this Rangers organization as a whole. Here tonight, it did go right. So how? How were they able to do it? It started with that guy on the mound right there behind me, Nathan Eovaldi. He was unbelievable. He is becoming one of the greatest postseason pitchers that we have ever seen. That's where it starts. He was dominant. I actually didn't think Nathan Eovaldi had his best stuff today. We talked earlier in the game how he's all-time a pitcher with 50 or more innings. He has the 6th most walks, and he has 6 walks, which all-time is unbelievable. So Nathan Eovaldi tonight, I thought, was a little bit off with his command, and I noticed that early on. But he was able to get out of the big situations. He was able to not get himself in too much trouble. Yes, he walked some guys. Yes, he hit Maldonado and got a guy on base with nobody out and Jose Altuve coming up. But it didn't matter to him because when it mattered the most, he was able to lock in and get himself out of trouble. That was just the beginning of it, though. The timely hitting started really early on. Mitch Garver with a homer to tie it. That's been the key in this series. Well, the key has been scoring first. You score first, you win the ball game. That didn't happen here tonight. For the first time this series, that didn't happen. Why? Well, they didn't allow it to stick around too long. They got a 1-0 lead, the Astros did, but immediately Mitch Garver comes back, ties the game with that homer. Adolis Garcia late in the game with the grand slam was fantastic. Look, the Astros did the same thing in Game 5, right? It was a 4-2 ball game. It seemed like things were setting up the exact same. All you got to do is hold the Rangers to not scoring, and you're going to be just fine. Well, the Astros didn't keep the Rangers to not scoring. Adolis Garcia, amidst all the boos in here tonight, this is some of the loudest boos I have ever heard. And take it from a guy that's been around a lot of baseball, where there's a lot of booing involved. The boos tonight for Adolis Garcia was the loudest boos that I have ever seen. So the road teams just keep winning. Every single game of this series, the road team has won. So what does that mean? It means we are getting the best 2 words in all of sports, Game 7. That's what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow's a coin flip, in my opinion. This was the game that the Astros needed to win. You had all the momentum. Now that momentum is lost. So Game 7, complete coin flip. Home teams have lost 5 of the last 6 Game 7s. Think about that. Game 7s are a coin flip. That's what the odds say, but not that stat. Of the last 6, home teams have lost 5 of those. So, Alex, this is reminding me all over again of 2019. This series is awesome. We're getting to Game 7. Can the Astros pull it out? Can the Rangers win tomorrow? Thanks for watching. If you love Flippin Bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.